Welcome back to Twintero. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we are going to talk about...
We're going to debate about the debate.
Yes. So after the debacle that one would call the second debate from the Trump point of view, despite the fact that he claims he won by looking at user-generated polls on Truth Social. That is the ultimate inaccurate...
Is that what... Because I heard it was an internet poll. They didn't say...
some guy on Truth Social putting up a poll. Yeah, we could put a poll on our community page.
Yeah,
and I'll bet you we could come up with a 93-7 rating as well.
Well, that's impressive that they actually got 7% people thought that he lost on Truth Social. You know,
there's enough trolls on Truth Social,
I guess.
So Trump said absolutely there's not going to be any debates.
I won. Right, exactly.
Yeah. And only the loser wants a rematch, like Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I think the quote I heard him make was, it's like a prize fighter, the loser always wants a rematch, right?
But then there's other stories saying, well, maybe under the right circumstances, you could convince me.
Yeah, I went on to the Fox News site, so you wouldn't have to. Just, we were trying to come up with one more idea. And I came across that headline. There were some great ones in there. Oh my God! For entertainment purposes, you should just go read the clickbait headlines that they have on Fox News.
Don't bother. You're just gonna get your blood pressure up over.
No. Just go into it with a sense of humor. But in this case, Trump's like, well, if I was in the right frame of mood, I would consider a second debate, which tells me is like he wants to do another debate. He's gonna want it on Fox. Right. He's gonna want it
in front of a live studio audience of Fox viewers.
Yeah, exactly. So if Trump
gets mic is muted, he gets to pick the questions.
Yeah, he has the mute button on his podium.
Sean Hannity's asking the questions, and Laura Ingraham
is
and
fact
they get
checking.
To have tasers. And...
So, is there going to be a second debate? And if so, the Democrats will pretty much sign up for it if it's going to be a remotely fair fight, I would think. But, if it's not going to be fair and balanced, they've got nothing, really very little more to gain other than letting Trump show the crazy come out again.
Yeah, which they might. You can imagine the big money behind the conservative politics doesn't want to see that again.
Yep.
You can imagine that the traditional conservative leadership in the GOP doesn't want to see that again.
And the down ballot politicians definitely don't want to see that
exactly. Again. That is the way to get GOP voter suppression is let Trump have more debates.
Yes.
But the Trump yes men, the sycophants in his inner circle, they're not going to say no to that. All they do is tell Trump how great he is and then go digging around Truth Social and right-wing media podcasts for unscientific polls showing that Donald Trump has 90% of the support saying he won the debate.
Yep, absolutely. And, with Trump at this point, as we've talked to this point on several of the videos this week, he's kind of lost that ability to manifest. He is not. That's kidding. He's lost the ability to throw a nickname or point out a quirk of his political opponent and then make it stick and then run with it and just bury them into the ground with it. And he's going to become more and more desperate.
Yeah, and his campaign is dying like the tennis sword. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. There's just misstep after misstep, faux pas after faux pas. None of them is necessarily the death blow, but each one of them undermines support just a little bit more. And here's the thing, 0.5% of Republicans not showing up, while not a huge number, it's a cumulative effect. 0.1% there, 0.5% there, 1% there. Next thing you know, maybe 5% of the normal Republican voters that would vote for Trump and down ballot. They don't show up. They just stay home. We're talking an election where Kamala Harris is allegedly ahead by 3 or 4 percentage points according to the polls. But polls don't necessarily mean people who are showing up to actually vote. And the actual thing is voting day. Now picture 5% of Republican voters not showing up. That 4% lead becomes a 9% lead. an absolute drubbing. So,
And with Taylor Swift putting her nomination in for Kamala Harris, now you've got young voters energized.
hundreds of thousands of visits to vote.org, presumably to register to vote. And if they're and this could be monitored from Taylor Swift's link that she had on Instagram. In 24 hours, 400,000 people came to vote.org from Taylor Swift's Instagram link.
Yeah.
Since we're going to assume the majority of those are people who are Democratic in nature,
Yes.
that's a lot of extra votes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if it's in California, it's not going to make a huge difference, right? Because we're already going to beat Trump by 7-8 million votes, as it were. But if you're talking any of the swing states,
Yep.
10,000 votes. If you have 10,000 young people vote in Arizona and Georgia, you could turn a toss-up state into a victory.
Yep.
Just like Arizona and Georgia were won by 10,000 votes each in the last election.
Exactly. Okay, so we are outside. We are having nature's given us some interesting lighting challenges. So if we get really dark, it's either because there's an eclipse or it's just that the camera is adjusting to the lighting in the background. So we're going to be coming in and out. So I'm sure we'll have comments in the field, in the comment section about, you guys need to have better lighting. It just happens. Sorry. We just thought it would be nice. It's a beautiful day out. It's probably in the low to mid 70s, light breeze. I got 2 cats sitting here. Everyone's having a good time.
22 to 23 degrees Celsius for our metric viewers there.
Yes, for the non-Fahrenheit viewers. Yes, what is it? It is currently...
Oh, it's warm. That's
Disneyland, and that's Watsonville.
God, don't you have your own city in here?
I do. It doesn't want to give it to me. 72 degrees. Beautiful day. Okay, so do you
22.
want? Would you like to toss or?
No, you can.
Okay. Okay. So, will there be a second debate? Okay. And there's Kitten. Say hi, Kitten.
Meow.
Meow. Hi. Yeah. Just leave me alone, human.
I have a right to privacy.
Yes. And Punky's over here. Her brother is right there. He's singing that. Hey, Punkster. Yes, you can tell they're both like really excited. Okay. Okay. So now we've had our cat showing. All right. Okay, deck is right side up. Camera is being adjusted to include cats. Yeah, you're gonna get swatted in a second. I know how that cat thinks. Okay, so will there be a second debate? Okay, the foundation they're reading is The King of Wands. It's about strong messaging. Depending on you, I guess both candidates felt they had strong messaging in the first debate.
Yeah, but it's not Kamala Harris we need to worry about having a second debate, is it?
No,
that's drama king himself.
Yeah, well, Trump probably felt he had strong messaging based on his internet
Laura
polling.
Lerma tells him, but
yes, I wonder what the gecko says on that. Cross with the sun. The truth is coming out. Trump felt like he did great. He got all his truth out. He got a great poll on Truth Social. Everyone's seeing. Hey. I told you she was going to do that. No. I know that cat.
A nasty cat.
No, she has a switch. Okay, so underneath it all is the Fool card. It's the Fool's journey. It's one of those things where he shouldn't have a second debate. It's probably not going to go the way he thinks it's going to go. It's going to be a little bit more challenging. The first debate he walked off the cliff, despite all the fantastic debate prep that Laura Loomer gave him. He still walked off the cliff, but he's thinking he did great. In the past, 5 of Swords. In the past. He doesn't know when to stop. Quit while you're behind, as it were. In this case, has he learned his lessons from the past about when to fight and when to defend? He's always fight. That's his battle cry. He always wants to fight, even when it's not in his own best interest. Current energy is Temperance. I'm sure behind the scenes, his advisors, the advisors that matter, are telling him, you need to strike a balance here. You don't have anything more to prove here. um, it's, but this card came up with Laura Loomer as well. That she was just giving him what he needed. It's just making him emotionally feel good. And like you said, if I'm in the right frame of mind, I might do a second debate. It's kind of, is he going to be emotionally ready for a second debate? Can he put himself in an emotional situation where he feels like he can come out on top again? Overarching energy is the Queen of Cups, keeping a lid on his emotions. Kamala Harris got under his skin early, got a couple of good blows in early on the debate, and he went total cray-cray from that point forward. What were you calling that in the health readings?
Just keeping a lid on keeping secrets, keeping a lid on things. Mm-hmm. To me, they guided Trump to not let his emotions, just stay calm, and he couldn't do it.
Yep.
To me, this is wanting to shut down any future debates.
And the lesson to be learned, it's the Democratic Party victory dance.
She took your lunch the first time.
Yeah, it's the lesson to be learned is, you couldn't keep your emotions in check, and the Democrats just celebrated victory on you.
He didn't try. He didn't study. He didn't practice. He just went out there and winged it.
Well, that's what he does best. The outcome is the Magician. That card has been coming up a lot. Yeah. And once again, so far, every single time we've gotten the Magician card, it's been his inability to manifest. And it's, once again, the outcome, if he decides to do this again, he's got to have the ability to manifest a talking point, something that he can gain a foothold in this debate. He has failed miserably, and every single time he's failed, the Democrats celebrate. So is there going to be a second debate? It depends on Trump's mood. Maybe Dave's throw will be a little bit better. My read on this is if there is, he's got to keep a lid on his emotions. Otherwise, the Democrats are going to celebrate, and it'll prove once again that he is not the guy he was in 2020 or 2016, and it'd be a fool's errand for him to go.
He's being told no. He's going to say yes.
Okay.
That's what I see on that one.
Yeah, and that would support the fool card underneath it all, because he just can't help himself.
He's going to have more. There's going to be another debate. Right now, as the Andrew stands, the way I see it, Trump gets the final say on if there's going to be another debate or not. And the people around him are telling him he did great, and here's what you need to do. Call Kamala Harris these names, say these things, attack her, and, just get nasty, because people like Trump when he's really nasty. And, just he was too nice and too professional or something.
Presidential.
Yes. That, she attacked you, you need to attack her back.
Did Tulsi Gabbard was supposed to help with debate prep?
Yeah.
Was Laura Loomer in the room with him too?
I don't know. They just said that she's been hanging around him, and there were some stories about maybe she was helping with debate. I don't know the answer.
Well, because he grabbed onto that eating cats and
that's probably Laura Loomer's influence.
So that's that, and that was kind of where I was going with it. Is he gonna, if he does it again, is he gonna go deeper into the Laura Loomer side of things?
He's gonna go on the attack. Let's see. Will Trump go? If Trump does a second debate, what's going to be his strategy? Okay, 10 of Cups. That would be, trying to unite people. This wouldn't be normal Republican talking parties, but it's in the Trump.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the Trump things. Instead of having a happy family, you're going to be attacking the family.
This is really kind of Kamala Harris's messaging.
Yeah, her
approach.
Hope and joy, but you've got to de-Trumpify it. So how do you challenge that? By, you have the judgment card here. It's all it's telling me is if he goes after it, he's going to face the judgment for it. Trump being Trump. He's going to try and dog whistle people. It's not going to work. In the past, the Empress.
That was our Laura Loomer card.
It's just anything that Trump can say that he's doing well. Oh, Kamala Harris slept her way to the top.
Yeah, okay.
She's a DEI thing. And, you know, I can see this is a layered reading here. We got the Tower card. I'm going to throw all the cards. I'm going to do my layered reading on this. Okay, yeah. All right, so how will Trump attack? If there is a second debate, how will he attack? He's going to go after saying that, you know, you can't have her joy. Her joy is just fictional. You know, follow what I say, follow what I lead, listen to me. She slept her way to the top. She's going to be the ruin of the country. Yep. You know, foreign interests are supporting her. She's going to put Supreme Court justices on there. And then you're going to lose your Roe v. Wade. And, you know, if you don't elect me, then there's going to be nobody to save you. He's going to go hero complex on her. He's going to, again, attack her, saying she slept her way to the top. San Francisco's a disaster. That's what she's going to do to you and your stock market. She's just this corrupt individual, and, you know, she's going to sell the United States down the river. Mm-hmm. The layer goes with, if he debates her again, Kamala Harris's joy is going to resonate with people. Mm-hmm. She's given them hope, and her messaging is that she's going to take care of people. The current situation would be disastrous for Trump's campaign. It's just another Tower moment for it. And there'll only be like 3 weeks left before the election. Mm-hmm. Like, so literally this debate would happen a week or two after the vice president debate. You're only 3 weeks away from it. The election's right here. And, you know, your arrogance, thinking you could pull this off.
Hubris, I think, was the term.
Yeah. Hubris before the fall, or pride before the fall. You know, you just thought that you could just do this, and it's going to be the same result. You're just going to drive more people away from your campaign. Mm-hmm. Because this is just unleashing Trump and letting Trump be Trump.
Yep.
Attack, attack, attack.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm going to pull up here. Yeah, for a little. Let's let the eclipse pass. I mean, because he's not able to manifest anything.
Nothing to his benefit. He can manifest all sorts of stuff. It's just nothing that's benefiting him getting put into the White House.
Yeah, exactly. The upside down magician in this case. But he can't manifest. He can't pull out that old magic. So they're going to have to go back to the same dog and pony show that got him there in the first place, and just hope to God that it works. He's kind of, at this point, you know, you've got folks like Dick Cheney supporting Kamala Harris, and Liz Cheney, and Adam Kinzinger, and Kissinger. Sorry, that was his Jewish relative.
Yeah, no, it was his relative on the blimp.
On the blimp. So, you know, you've got a bunch of mainstream conservative Republicans that are supporting Kamala Harris, and now even the Nick Fuenteses are out there going, you lied to us, and we gave up financial and our personal freedoms for you. So they're kind of in the fourth quarter, and their playbook is, they've exhausted their playbook. They have nothing's working against the defense, and so they're just going to start throwing Hail Marys out there, and hopefully, you know, something lands.
More interceptions.
Yeah,
and so with like the dog whistle in Ohio, Springfield, Ohio. Do you think that if there's some Haitian immigrants who are
registered to vote,
if they're registered, you know, if they're able to vote and register to vote, you think they're going to be supporting Trump, or their friends, or their neighbors that support them? No, they're not going to support Trump.
Yeah.
People that are normal, watching the debate and listening to Trump go on about these animals being consumed and it's provably false, are they going to want to support this guy who's just out to lunch? The Nikki Haley conservatives, they weren't excited about Trump before. Now you got Dick Cheney out there saying, hey, I'll provide you the political cover. I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
It's okay for you to not vote for Trump. And hey, if you want to vote for Kamala Harris, you go right ahead, because Dick Cheney is no rhino. He's pretty much up until Donald Trump, he was the embodiment of like the truly evil Republican.
Yeah, he was pretty much as far right as you could go.
He was he was the devil incarnate, and then Trump said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah. That's it.
And if Dick Cheney, of all people, is saying, you know what, no, there's going to be a lot of Republicans who won't vote for Trump or just plain won't vote. Yeah. Some might vote for Harris. I imagine most of them won't be able to hold their fingers to their nose to do it, but they'll just not vote.
Yeah.
So it's like Republican voter suppression.
Yeah. So certainly for the executive branch, they may go down ballot with their non-MAGA candidates, but I suspect you're going to see a stark difference in the percentage votes that the senator and congressional candidates get relative to Trump.
And to further complete the thought, is that you piss off the Nick Fuentes of the world, the white supremacists who lost all sorts of privileges because he supported the January 6th insurrection, only to find out that Trump knew all along that that was a lie.
Yep.
And he's reaching out to a bunch of people to suppress them. All these are Republican voters being suppressed. Now, Trump's AI fiasco with Taylor Swift.
Oh, God.
Coming up with Swifties for Trump basically gave the opening for Taylor Swift to come out and say, I'm not for Trump. And because he put out that AI image, I felt I had to speak out what my political views are. And now you've got hundreds of thousands of her fans using her Instagram link to go to vote.org, presumably to register to vote.
Yep.
And now you're activating votes on the other side. Mm-hmm. You're activating votes from Ethiopian people and Haitian people and the folks that would support Haitian people. You're activating votes by your horrible things that you're saying and doing.
Yeah.
So not only are you voting, suppressing the votes on your side, you're activating like youth votes and stuff like that on the other side. This is for all the media, corporate media, saying this is going to be a close election. I just don't think it is. This is screaming landslide.
Yeah.
And now the whole Roe v. Wade thing. He won't even commit on Roe v. Wade. It's just another reminder to women, you got to get out and vote for your rights.
Yep, absolutely. All right. I think we're good on this one.
Yeah, I think I've ranted enough.
Will there be a second debate? Stay tuned.
Yeah, he'll be given great advice to not do it, but Trump is Trump, and he's surrounded by yes men, and he's got no guardrails up.
Okay, and I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, we're not going to look. Don't look.
I'm looking.
Okay, that's the answer. Oops, that's the answer.
Stand by and stay
Stand
tuned.
by and stand down.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Let's see. That's probably a little more than 3 weeks, but that was the same card that came out of my reading.
Yep.
That the overarching energy.
You peaked. Thank you for sticking around to watch this nonsense. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, give us a like, a share, a thumbs up, a comment. Gary ignores all the comments. I mean, he reads all the comments.
I read every single one.
He's going to get fired from his job because he reads them at work.
I do sometimes read some at
his
work.
Boss
but
yells at him all the time.
If I've got work to do, I do work. If I've got a little time, I might read a comment or two. Maybe.
He takes lots of bathroom breaks to answer your comments.
Yes, I get paid by the hour. So thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time.
All right, take care.
Bye. Oh, the eclipse is back.
Oh, no.